Welcome, my dear students. My name is Dian Sukla, and today I am going to teach you chapter first of class Earth, English Literature. The name of the chapter is Finding My Way. This is a very interesting chapter. I hope you will enjoy it. This chapter is taken from the autobiography of Venkat Raman Singh Syam, who is a very famous Gond art, a very famous painting that is common in central India. Venkat Syam talks about his early influences, impact of his life in this extract. I hope you will enjoy to know about his childhood, how he became a famous artist without going to school and learning by books. So let's start the lesson. I will explain the paragraphs and you need to focus to understand properly. Dear students, in first paragraph, I am going to start. I will read and then I will explain. I did not learn from school and books. In the very first line, Venkat Syam tells that he did not learn from school and books. Mean to say, he did not went to school and did not learn by the books. I feast in the river Helen, stole corn cobs, learned to plow, herd the bana. Fishing brings back memories of a story. My grandfather, Prasadi Lal Ukey, who bestowed on me by long winded name, told me. So, dear student, in his childhood, Venkat Syam fished in the river Helen and stole corn cobs. In his childhood, he used to learn to plow. He usually heard the music bana, that is a 3-string violin. And during fishing, he recalled some memories. That is a story, and the story was narrated by his grandfather, whose name is Prasadilal Ukey, and who has given him the long name. So now, dear students, let's enjoy the story that has been told by his grandfather. A dhobi who does his washing in the river. There was a dhobi, washerman, who does his washing the clothes in the river, also feeds the fish every day, and he used to give food to fish every day. One day, a fish which seeks to repay his gratitude tells him about the imminent end of the world. Dear students, one day, as he used to feed the fish, so one of the fish wanted to repay his gratitude. So the fish tells him about the imminent end of the world. Something was about to happen with this world. A devastation was going to be started. So the fish wanted to inform the dhobi about what was going to happen very soon. The world was going to be end. The man wonders how he can save himself and his loved ones, his sister and a rooster. When the man heard that the world is going to get it end, he wonders, he worried that how he can save himself and his loved ones like his sister and a cock. The fish suggests that he get into a wooden box. The fish gave him some suggestions that he should take a wooden box which he would ferry to safety, and he had to boat the wooden box safety after the apocalypse, when God searches for life on earth. After the apocalypse, complete destruction of the world, the God will look for new life. He will remake the life on the earth. So the God finds the dhobi, his sister, the fish, and the rooster. Then, after the complete destruction of the world, the God will find the dhobi, the washerman, and his sister, and the fish, and the cock. Then the God will remake the world. Now we are going to read next paragraph. I hope you are enjoying this story. Dear students, it was as a child that I had my first encounter with Kabir. Now, Venkat Syam tells about his first encounter was with Kabir as a child. His simple language was rather similar to the Gondi Hindi mix we spoke and the Karma song we sang. Venkat Syam informs us that the simple language the Kabir used to speak, simple language that is similar to the Gondi Hindi mix as usually they spoke. And the song, the Karma song, that was in that language. One winter morning, a well attired Vasudeva would pass through our village. Now he is telling us that at one winter morning, a well dressed Vasudeva, Vasudev is a boy here, would pass through our village, pass through their village. A picture of grace, dignity, and peace. And he was looking full of grace, dignity, and his appearance was peaceful. He held a three-stringed tambura in one hand, and he has taken a three-strand tambura in his one hand, and cymbals in the other, and a haunting song on his lips. So he had taken a three-strand tambura in his one hand, and in another hand he had taken cymbals, and he was singing a very beautiful song that cannot be forgotten, a very captivating song. I was entranced by the palace flowers that flaunted their beauty along the Halon river. And the writer Venkat Syam, interested by the Palas flowers. Palas is a type of flowers tree, that flaunted their beauty along the Halon River, which was strewn with massive rocks, and the trees were spread with vast rocks, perhaps the debris of some prehistoric volcanic ash, and perhaps the remnant some prehistoric volcanic ash were there. There was also the reticent but resolute kahua tree, and there was a shy but determined kahua tree was there planted, hiding its color in its buttressed trunk, and the kahua tree was hiding its color under the large roots of all sides of other trees. Only when scraped did it yield blood, red sap that could be used as dye. When the trunks or the branches of kahua tree were scraped, it produced red sap, red colored liquid that could be used to color. Now, next paragraph I am going to explain. I began drawing on walls, paper, floors, on whatever surface I could find as a child. The writer is telling about his childhood, that wherever he get place on walls, on paper, on floors, on whatever surface he get, he started to draw things. He started drawing. I could find as a child, I had look at newspapers and draw film stars. So whatever he was doing at his childhood, and now he is informing that he looks the things in newspapers and draw the pictures of stars, actors, actresses of the films. I used charcoal, and he used in his childhood charcoal to draw paintings. This was considered inauspicious, and it was considered bad. My fox believed writing in black increased depths, and his friends, his close persons, they thought that it was believed on that time that writing in black color increased depths. As you can see, I have come to owe a huge debt to black. As this time, now he is a very famous painter, artist. So he is informing that now he is thankful for a huge debt of black. I draw as realistically as I could, and the writer draws the pictures very realistic, very vivid. I was influenced and inspired by a set of pencil drawings I found in a trunk, and he is informing that once he got a set of pencil drawings in a trunk, and that influenced him very much. My mother, Himalaya Bai, his mother name is Himalaya Bai, told me they were by uncle Jawahar, her brother, and she informed that drawings, pencil drawings, were belong to his brother, who is uncle of the writer. Uncle died at the age of 25, and his uncle, his mother's brother, died at the age of 25. I had never met him, but people think and believe I am his reincarnation. People believes that the writer is a rebirth of his uncle. I am fulfilling his life, and now he is completing what he was expected to achieve. His uncle was expected to achieve that, now he is trying to complete. 2. Jawaharlal Uke drew everyday objects and scenes with a touching realism. And Jawaharlal Uke, every day he used to draw scenes, objects, and that looks full realistic, full of life, and that touches your heart if you see the paintings. I looked for these drawings on a visit to Sijora many years ago. Sijora is a place. So the writer looked for these drawing paintings that were very realistic, very heart touching. So he visits to Sijora many years ago. But mother told me they had been lost or destroyed when they pulled down our old house to build a new one. But his mother informed that all the paintings were destroyed or lost when their house was rebuilt. The house pulled down and a new building was there. When father sought to put me in school, when his father tried to send him to the school, the principal wasn't sure I was old enough. The principal thought that the writer was underage. He was not old enough to get admission in the school. Age was determined by a child's ability to touch his left ear by taking his right hand over his head. So on that time, the age was determined by if the student, the child, touch his left ear by taking his right hand over his head. So it was a system to check the ability of the student. I understood, but I held my ear the easy way. And the principal laughed. So the writer understood this method and he held his ear easily. And to see it, the principal laughed. He saw I was smart, and the principal saw it that the writer was smart. But to be safe, changed my date of birth from to December 1970 to 28 October 1970. Then he was underage, so the principal changed his date of birth and made him capable to get admission in the school, making me older and thus eligible. Make him older, he made him older, and then he became eligible to get admission in the school. I have two birthdays now, and now the writer have two birthdays. One is 2nd December and another date of birth, that is 28 October. That is given by his principal to make him eligible to get admission in the school. Now next paragraph is going to start. When father left me with uncle Janagar, I did not know what was expected of me. So his father left him with his uncle Jangad, and the writer did not know that why he was left there. Jangad then had two assistants, and his uncle Jangad, who has two assistants, Dadi Singh Urvati and Labda Samar Singh Khusram. This is the name of his two assistants, both a few years older than him, and they both were only a few years older than him. Dadi and Lamda used to rag me in my early days, and his assistants, two assistants, Dadi and Lamda, used to rebuke the writer in his early days, in his starting time. They ask question to him, what are your roots? They would ask, and they both ask questions to him about his roots. And I did not understand the question, then but said, and the writer did not understand the meaning of the question, but what they are asking. But he replied, my roots are with me. What he replied? That his roots are with him. Today I find them everywhere, my roots. And also he replied, further replied, that nowadays he get his roots everywhere. Daddy and Labda were happy to feel a painting started by Jangar with dots or lines in pattern set by the master when it come to me. And now the writer is informing that the both assistants Dadi and Labda both were very happy to feel a painting that is started by their master Jangar, and they are feeling the painting with dots or lines in pattern that is set by their master. When it come to the writer, he draw patterns that looked like cracked earth. So when the picture, when the painting comes to the writer to feel, so he started a new drew pattern that looked like cracked earth. The way earth appears after it soaks up water, and the earth looked when it soaks up all the water, that is a crack made upon the earth. Jangar was impressed. How did Jangar teach? I am reminded of the stories. Anand told me of how some Hindustani musicians teach. So now he is going to tell us the process, the method of teaching by Jangar. So the writer is reminded about the stories. One person, Anand, told him how some Hindustani musicians teach. For years, a master would make a disciple do all kind of household drudgery and teach her how to grasp the perfect sa satcham. Here, dear student, here he is informed that how in ancient time, old time, the master would make a disciple. They are given all the household works that were boring to do, and now then they get sense to perfect pronunciation of sa in singing sa re ga ma, such type of the rag. So they got the exact sense to perfectly pronunciate sa. That is the primal note. if they want to indulge you, perhaps ga, another note, and then when they generously they taught you the another ga, then another note ga, then just as the people wonders what it is she has really learnt, and then that is her capability, that before teaching, before getting knowledge about that new note she learned. Unbeknownst to herself, she can sing many rags, and without she has capability that without knowing, without getting information, she can sing many rags. When a new boy arrived, the new apprentice had to work the silbatta. When a newcomer arrived, any new student, any new disciple came, then the new student, the new apprentice, had to work the silbatta, that is a flap grinding stone and pestle, and grind about 2 kilos of masala. So they were given to grind 2 kilo of masala, red chilies, coriander seeds, cloves, cardamom, chopped onion, garlic, and ginger into a consistent paste. This was the first lesson. So whenever any new comer came, they were given to make the paste of these masalas, and it was their first lesson. Janagar sat monitoring from a distance. If you can't grind masala well, how can you hold a brush and paint? And Janagar was monitoring while sitting from a distance, and he addressed the newcomer that if you cannot grind masala well, if you are not able to grind the masala properly, how can you hold a brush and paint? Janagar showered abuse on those who did not get it right, and the disciple, those are not capable to grind the masala properly, the spice properly. So he showered abuse on those. Janagar often broke into song, and sometimes he started abusing and broke into song, asking me to sing along. And Janagar gave song to ask the writer, Lonely, our karma song, Dadariya, that is a folk song. Even bhajans, so he was given the Dadariya or bhajans to sing lonely. He played the flute, tabla, mandal, a kind of drum, harmonium. He taught us to live. And his master, his uncle, Janagar, used to play flute, tabla, mandal, that is a kind of drum, and harmonium. He taught us to live. He taught all the disciple the art of living. Art just came along, and art that came along, if you know the art of living. So dear student, this is the explanation of the chapter 1 English literature of class 8. The name of the chapter is Finding My Way. I hope you understand the explanation as well as you enjoyed the story. Thank you very much for watching this.